folks. Welcome to Sports Focus. I am your host, John McNeil. With me, we have Mr. Kevin Civils. And the reason why I'm holding this up, the East Hartford Hornets youth football team, the A team, won their game 46-8.
Wow.
Pop, 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 pow.
46-8.
46-8. The C team came up a little short against Cromwell. That's okay, but two teams in the program made it to the final game, and the A team again wins the championship. Congratulations to those Hornets. Yes. And that's it. There's no more youth football for these young people. And a big shout out to all of the parents, all of the volunteers, the coaches, the team moms, the cheerleaders, all of them people put in all that work to make this happen for this season and all the other programs that they do. You know, the volunteers, they do a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just great to see that these young kids, they went undefeated. The A team went undefeated all the way to the championship and took it, smacked them around, beat them up, did whatever they had to do.
Wow.
Offense and defense. So congratulations to the East Hartford Hornets youth football team. Now, we had a little sad news after the Dallas game. Michael Gallup, the rookie, very unfortunate because he had a big play in that game.
Yeah.
And caught a big third down after the game. They just won on the last second and go in the locker room, and his sister came in the locker room and told him that his brother committed suicide.
Sad.
So all our thoughts and prayers. And I'm sure the Cowboys as an organization, they have gone through this a lot. So they'll be there for that young man. He's staying in the state of Georgia. He's not traveling with the team as yet. Don't know if he's playing in the following game, but it must be tough for him to have to deal with that. And such a high moment, you know, and they won, and then just to boop.
Yeah, walk into like a storm.
Yes. Also, what happened over the weekend, I don't know if you know, we got college basketball's back.
Yeah, we're waiting to see the Dukies.
Duke and that Zion Williamson, 6'8", freshman, 280-something pounds.
That dude.
Woo!
That dude is a monster.
Now, just imagine LeBron's height. This kid is about 20-something pounds heavier, maybe a little faster.
Yeah.
So
and have ups.
Yeah, he got the ups, too. So college basketball is underway. We got college football starting to wrap up. We got the NFL season's getting towards the end. Hockey is full effect. Basketball is in full effect.
This is sports heaven.
It's sports heaven for everybody. So good on that. I wanted to let you know what happened over the weekend. We had the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It is the highest award awarded to us as civilian. And some of the recipients was Mr. Alan Page, for all you old school heads, great Minnesota Vikings defensive lineman, Hall of Famer. He's a judge, turned to be a judge after his playing career.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, and also the great Dallas Cowboy, Roger Staubach, probably the richest football player ever with all his investments and what he's done.
Right.
And also, there were some others. Elvis. Yes, Elvis. Babe Ruth. I don't know what took them so. I don't know who determines that. I guess the president maybe, but.
Yeah, he's smoking those funny cigarettes again.
Moving on. Let's get into the Drew Brees. Mr. Brees. You think he's MVP? You got Mahomes, you got you got Goff, you got Gurley, you got a lot of people. Zeke coming in at the bottom.
The way this guy's playing and slinging that ball, I would love to see a Kansas City Saints showdown.
in the Super Bowl.
I would love to see that because
I would love to see that,
two
too.
offenses shooting it out like that.
I think the Saints
Ridiculous.
got a little bit more on the defensive side.
Yeah, they do.
And I think the
And that
Saints
two-headed
running,
dragon
yeah,
they
the
have
running
at running
game.
back.
They could run that ball, keep the Chiefs off the field, make them one-dimensional.
Yep.
I think when it's all said and done, when the season's over, if the Saints keep doing what they're doing, I see maybe a loss more for the Chiefs. I definitely see some more turnovers for this, Mahomes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to Breeze.
5 turnovers and you still score 51?
You still score 51. You gave them, by himself, he gave the Rams, 14 on returns. They scored touchdowns off of them turnovers. Not the one at the end, but it was ridiculous. That game was ridiculous. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. This game was supposed to be played in Mexico City.
Yeah, they say the field wasn't ready.
Field wasn't ready, and I wonder now, would we see that same game down in Mexico?
Well, higher altitude. So I doubt if we would have saw the game like that because they would have been winded.
Yeah, and how the game was flowing, with that high altitude, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we see 54, 51. It was a classic, I would say.
And that was what you call a shootout.
Yeah, it was a shootout, and
Peyton Manning versus Romo. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
yeah, and interception at the end. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? All that scoring. It's amazing that a lot of these high-scoring games, they end with a defensive play.
Yes.
That Tony Romo interception.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have stepped on that foot.
The Green Bay Arizona game. Fumble return for a touchdown.
Right.
I mean, one of my favorites was the Dan Marino Ken O'Brien shootout back in the day, back in 85.
Yeah, you're right. Most of those shootouts do end with a defensive stop.
But this one was something different. It was just I think the most craziest thing that came out of this game, week 11, when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers played the Washington Redskins. Tampa Bay Buccaneers had over 500 yards of offense. They only scored 3 points. The Rams had less than what the Bucs had offensively, and they scored 54.
And the weird thing about it is I think they said over 1,000 yards of combined yardage.
Over 1,000 yards over the first time that two teams scored 50 points.
Right.
The highest scoring Monday night game ever. Of course, the highest scoring game was that classic 72-48, the Redskins and the Giants back in the 60s. So how about that? That was something else. But we'll see how both teams are on a bye because they were supposed to be in Mexico. But we'll see how the rest of the season turns out. Me personally, I have a funny feeling that I think both of these teams blew their. I think they blew it. Not like blew the season, but they did so much. I don't know. I have a feeling the rest of the way we're not going to see no 30, 40 points.
Not from them. But the biggest thing is Kansas City haven't been to the Super Bowl since the first two. So if because we had this discussion while I was at work, if they can get home field because their defense is a lot better in Arrowhead, I think they can take out the Patriots and anybody else that comes in the Arrowhead.
Steelers.
Yeah. Anyone that comes into Arrowhead, I think they can take them.
Well, you know how I feel about Kansas City and Andy Reid. They're the biggest sea teasers in all of sports. That's exactly what Kansas City is. And they're doing it again. They're doing it again. They're getting people, their fans all riled up and, Kansas City, boom, ain't nobody going to beat them. First game.
Out.
Boop, lose. Probably somebody like Houston or Tennessee or something like that. I don't know.
And Houston quietly becoming a powerhouse.
Yes, they've won 7 in a row, so gotta watch out. NFL Week 12, just like that. Only a few more games to go.
Yeah,
it's just flying by. It's just flying by. Of course, we'll talk about the Thanksgiving games next week. Recap on those. There's a nice little lineup. Don't know about the first game. This is the Lions and the Bears. It's always like the Bears and the Lions.
Well, the Lions showed some fight.
Yes, they did.
They showed some fight. And
don't know what the coach was thinking going for the 2.
He said he was going for the win. He wasn't going for the tie.
But you're the Carolina Panthers, okay? Like, what are you thinking? You're the Carolina Panthers going against the Detroit Lions. If you can't shut them down, then you don't even deserve it. This one, you act like, man, that's Detroit with Billy Sims over there. With Barry Sanders. We can't let them get the ball back. Get out of here. Ron Rivera, you dropped the ball on that one. Let's get it going with the first game.
I give the Patriots.
Yeah? Patriots at the Jets.
I have to, simply because of how they left off before the bye week.
Yeah.
I have to give it. This is going to be a rebound game. I think they're going to take their frustrations out on the Jets.
Both teams took an L previously before the bye. I'm going to take the Jets. I feel so the
upset coming?
Yeah, upset. I think the Jets are going to do it. They're going to pull it off because they look like absolute trash against the Bills. They're going to play much better than that. I'm taking the Jets. Another divisional matchup, the Giants at the Eagles.
You know what gets me? Eli's playing a lot better since they mixed up the line a little bit.
Yep.
And like I said, Giants are always dangerous when you give Eli a little bit more time.
Give him some time.
You know what? I'm going to take the Giants in the upset.
I'm taking the Giants, too.
I'm taking the Giants in the upset.
From what I'm seeing from Philadelphia,
oof.
No. And they had so many injuries in that Saints game. I don't really see them performing well.
Real quick, I was talking to an Eagles fan, and they was talking about their injuries. I said, no excuse. When Rex Ryan was the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, we went through injuries for 2 straight years, and it was no excuse. No excuse now.
No excuse.
None.
Well, the defending Super Bowl champion suffered a hell of a loss against the Saints. That was the largest loss by a defending Super Bowl champion.
41 points.
41 points. What a demolition. Steelers at the Broncos.
I'll give it to the Steelers.
I would like to do the upset special here, but I'm taking the Steelers. It showed a lot of grit to be down 16-0 and come back and win that game. I'm taking the Steel.
Although it was against a depleted and fugly looking Jacksonville team.
But I thought Jacksonville was the hot thing, the best thing since sliced bread.
They were last year.
Well, that's what they was coming into the season.
Until they ran at that buzzsaw called New England.
No, let's kneel on the ball before halftime instead of going after them more.
Right.
Good job, Maroon. Let's move it with the Seahawks and the Panthers. Do the Panthers get back on track? I say yes.
Against the Seahawks?
At home.
At home?
At home.
I'll give it to Carolina.
They going to get back on track, and plus we need the Seahawks to start losing.
Yes, we
Just
do.
in case, I don't know. But I think it looks like it's only one coming out the East anyway.
Yeah.
But yes. Monday night, we got the Titans and the Texans.
I'm going to give it to the Texans.
I'm taking the Texans, remember? We thought Tennessee, and look what they done did.
Yep, that quick turnaround. I guess they got too high and mighty, too fast.
Is that saying that the Colts is better than what we think
I
now?
think the Colts are actually waking up because Andrew was doing the same thing before he got injured that they're doing now.
Yeah.
I think he has more confidence in his arm and it's beginning to show.
And you got T.Y. Hilton back.
Yep.
So that's making it better for the whole offense as a whole.
Yep.
We got the Sunday night game. We got the Green Bay Packers, losers of like 2 in a row, about maybe 3 in a row at Minnesota. Minnesota coming off that tough divisional loss against the Bears.
Green Bay haven't been good on the road.
No, they haven't.
They haven't been good on the road. So I'm going to say that they're due.
Yeah, Green Bay's due?
I'm going to say they're due.
And you know what? I'm going to agree with you. I'm taking the Packers to end this little losing streak and put Kirk Cousins in his place.
Again.
And folks, that's all the time we have for you. Thank you and enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend.